Hello, everybody. This is Bobby Lynn here, and I've been thinking a lot about my journey with Pampered Chef and where I've been and what it's taken me through over my 19 years and how it's just blessed me in my life. And so I just kind of wanted to share it with everybody and, um, just take an opportunity to bless someone else. We've been through some tough times here recently with the hurricanes, and it's made life a little bit challenging for people sometimes. And I think some people were already having challenges before that. So I kind of wanted to give you a little bit of rundown of my just a brief rundown of my career. Don't worry, I'm not going to take 19 hours, give me 19 years, but just going to tell you what it's done for me and my story. When I started with Pampered Chef, I was a young mom. I had a 2-year-old. I worked a full-time job. Um, I was the breadwinner of the family. My husband was laid off. He didn't have work, so I had the insurance. I had the 401k, and I was the steady income, and I had a 2-year-old. So I had been invited to a party, and I really didn't want to go. I didn't like home parties, and I thought that was just not for me. But I really wanted to get out. I was very shy, and I really wanted to meet the person who was hosting the party. She was a pretty, she was on the praise team at the church and just kind of knew everybody. And I thought she would be my vehicle for getting to meet other people in the church. So I went to the party and I was kind of scared. So I took my sister with me and my 18-month-old at the time. And because that was my security, I couldn't afford a babysitter and I was too afraid to go by myself. And I ended up falling in love. Long story short, I fell in love with the company. I was a box cook, and my husband was fine with that. I was fine with that. I thought there was nothing wrong with that. But I really, honestly, I was that way because it was what was easy and what I could do, what I was capable of doing. I thought I was a bad cook. But I kind of quickly realized that it wasn't me, it was the tools I was using. So I kind of set out really to gather all the products for myself and become a better cook. And over time, I started hosting parties, and honestly, I think people booked out of pity for me in the beginning, because this is what you saw. I looked down all the time, and I didn't have the confidence to look up, and you know, um, but I don't know why. I guess I wanted to get better. I guess I'm not a quitter, and I just kind of wanted to keep moving forward. So, long story short, I just kept at it and kept at it and kept at it. And then I started to see results. I started earning amazing trips. I came from a tiny little town in Oklahoma of about 300 people. And, Pampered Chef told me that they were going to send me to Rome if I, like basically booked enough parties, did basically two parties a week. If I would do that, then they would send me to Rome. Oh my Lord, I'm lucky I got out of Oklahoma, much less go to Rome. So I just kind of kept at it. And, one party led to a next. And next thing you know, I am jet setting over to Rome. And I've been to several other countries since. I've been all around Europe and been on 18 amazing vacations with Pampered Chef. And so I always tell people one of the things I'm most proud of is my personal growth because still have shy tendencies when I go into a room of people that I don't know. I am not going to just walk up to people and introduce myself. I will sit back and just kind of, grab a cup of water and just kind of watch everybody. I'm still shy about that. But I have gained so much confidence through earning my trips and through having successes. And, I had a lot of challenge having a family. And Pampered Chef was the positive thing that I could focus on while I was going through those very difficult emotional challenges that God presented me with for some reason, but I think it's made me a better, stronger person. And, it surrounded me with amazing Pampered Chef customers and hosts and team members. And they were all just so wonderful to me and supported me. And, I couldn't have done it. I don't know where I would be. I often think back, where would my life have been if I had not said yes to Pampered Chef? And I just can't imagine. Heck, I know which fork to use on a table. You know what I mean? If you go to a restaurant and they present you with like 10 pieces of silverware in front of you, do you know which one to use at which time? Well, I do now because Pampered Chef has taught me that, at different dinners and different conferences and things like that. So it's just kind of cool. I got great travel experience and it's just more than a spatula. It's more than a stone. It's more than, kitchen tools, what people think it is, not just a party plan. It's a whole lot more, and the things that it's done for me in my life. And I mean, what does your life look like? Do you know where your next paycheck's going to come from? Do you know where your next mortgage check is going to be coming from? Does someone in your family need braces? Do you need a new car? Do you have insurance situation? Do you not have insurance? Do you have high deductibles so that you can afford insurance? And do you need some way to be able to pay for those things? Do you wish you had more fun in your life? Do you wish you had something you could call your own? Where you stay at home mom and you feel guilty if you want to go out and buy yourself a new pair of flip-flops out of your husband's income, because you just feel bad because you're a home mom. Do you long to be out and speak with someone who you don't need to wipe their nose or wipe their hiney? Do you need play dates for your kids? I mean, these are things that it all has done for me. I had a 2-year-old in the beginning, and a couple years later, I had my son, and he's 16 now, so it has certainly done a lot, but it provided play groups for me. It provided an outlet for me, and it allowed me to be able to be home with them. I homeschooled them. I put them through private school for a little while, and then I decided to pull them home and homeschool, and it's just allowed me so many of those things. So whatever you want more of, Pampered Chef can help you with that. You get the products, you get the income, you get the fun, get the thing you're looking for, whatever it is you're looking for, and you get a team of people supporting you. We have men and we have women, we have attorneys, we have paralegals, we have teachers, we have nurses, we have stay-at-home moms. We have a little bit of everything out there. Hebrews 12:1 is one of my favorite verses because I'm also a runner, but it says, "Let us run the race marked out for us." And so of course I always relate that to my personal running, but it's your race of life. It's your race of your self-worth. It's your race of your job. It's your race of what kind of a wife or daughter or church member or sister to your friends you can be. But you know what? It's God calls us not to run someone else's race. We need to run our own race. And we can get real caught up in looking at everybody else's race on Facebook and what others are doing. And what we really need to do is focus on the gifts that we are given every day. So if you don't like the race you're running, you know what? You can change it. So my goal actually with all this too is that I want to bless somebody. In other words, I want to gift someone with a kit. About 5 years ago, Pampered Chef gave us the opportunity to give someone a golden ticket, someone who needed this, who deserved it, who was interested in doing something like Pampered Chef, but they just weren't capable financially of buying the kit. So what I want to do is for someone who's feeling trapped, who feels like there's no way out, that money is truly what's holding you back, then I want to give that golden ticket to you. Okay, that's a free kit. I want to bless you. And so like if you're serious about this and you have people lined up wanting to do shows for you, then message me why you wanted to do Pampered Chef, what it would mean in your life, and if you're willing to work for it, because you do have to work for it. I will admit that every job you have to work. I mean, no one pays you to just stand there. You have to do something. So you can't just, hang a sign on your door and say, "Hey, I'm a Pampered Chef consultant," and expect people to just buy from you. You do have to do a little bit of work, but I'm here for you to support you through that, show you how to do that. Pampered Chef has online training. I do personal training with you. I have online training I can do with you, so it doesn't matter where you live. We can handle that. But I'm going to just accept those messages. Send me a message. Tell me a little bit about it. And tomorrow is National Coffee Day, by the way, so you can even turn around and bless someone by buying them a cup of coffee, or heck, maybe while you're in there, someone will buy you a cup of coffee. But I think this world needs a little bit more kindness and a little bit more giving, so that's kind of why I want to reach out to you guys and offer you this. So thank you for listening to my story a little bit. We all have a story. You're welcome to share a little bit of your story. You don't have to, but if you want to share a little bit of why and what you think Pampered Chef will do for you, I would love to hear it and help you. So at some point you have expressed an interest, or we have talked a little bit about Pampered Chef, so that's kind of another reason I selected you to watch this video. And I look forward to hearing from you. I hope you have a fantastic evening. Bye.